They're supposed to be spaces of comfort and convenience, but for Sarab Anand, a trip to a shopping centre became a matter of life and death.
It is a trauma of hell that I went through.
At about 8 o'clock on Saturday night a fortnight ago, the 33-year-old collected his prescription at Central Square Shopping Centre in Altona Meadows in Melbourne's west, when a group of teenage boys allegedly targeted him.
My hand was literally hanging there with my skin, I would say. I used my other hand to feel all the damage that was done. I couldn't feel any sensation into my wrist or fingers.
Until now, he's been too scared to identify himself, but is speaking out. Sarab shared these photos with 730 to show the extent of damage to his arm that was nearly severed in an alleged machete attack. 4 teenagers have been charged, all aged between 14 and 15. Can you believe that you still have your hand?
I don't. To be very honest, I cannot believe that whatever instinctive reaction or safety mode that I went into got me to a position where I was able to keep my hand together, and then went on for a surgery, and they were able to put back everything together with stitches, with screws, plates. At that point of attack, I thought I had already lost my arm. And the only person that she would...
Sarab is on a temporary visa and has a limited support network, so his mother flew in from India late last week to support him.
He's my only son and he is my life. He's everything for me after the death of my husband.
She cries every night and every day, seeing my condition, because no parent would want their kids to be in such a state.
What happened to Sarab left local traders and shoppers shaken.
It's very dangerous. You're not safe anywhere. I reckon it was terrible what they done to that man.
In the wake of his alleged attack, Victoria Police confirmed they increased patrols of the area.
I reckon they should be here more often. They should be here 7 days a week. That's what I reckon.
The Peak Body Shopping Centre Council of Australia declined 730's request for an interview, but in a statement acknowledged knife crime is an issue. A key ongoing problem is people bringing dangerous knives and weapons to our shopping centres, and in certain cases with the possible intent to use those weapons. In May at Melbourne's Northland Shopping Centre, a brawl allegedly between rival gangs involving machetes prompted the Victorian government to bring forward a machete ban to September.
Yes, the machete ban may come in earlier, or should have come in earlier, and this would roll out in September, but do we still have enough measures to control all the weapons that are being sold? You can name one weapon as a machete. What if the next one comes out to be called as something else?
We're doing some wanding in the licensed premises and the car parks included.
In Queensland, laws are now in place allowing police to use handheld metal detectors to search and seize weapons from people in public places.
Okay, can you open that up? This has indicated that there's metal in there. I just want to ensure that it's not a weapon.
In the past fortnight, across Queensland, just under 11,500 people have been scanned and 77 weapons found. The Victorian Police Minister, Anthony Carbines, declined an interview, but in a statement he told 730, "We have also given Victoria Police expanded stop and search powers so they can continue to seize a record number of weapons off our streets." Mr Carbines added, "What happened to Mr Anand was horrifying and our thoughts are with him." Here in Melbourne at the Central Square Shopping Centre where Sarab was allegedly attacked, traders have told me that there is only one full-time security guard employed by the centre, usually working a shift between noon and 7:30 in the evening. 7:30 put detailed questions and requested an interview with Central Square Shopping Centre management about this claim, but it declined to respond. Local florist Igli Musa says one security guard at the centre isn't enough.
I do think that maybe security needs to be increased a little bit, especially with especially during school holidays, because that's when these things tend to happen more.
Do you think that security guards should have more powers?
Yes, definitely do. I have done my security course before, and what we get taught, I think we should have the security guards should have a little bit more power when it comes to jumping into situations and having that power to detain.
Terrified shoppers were forced to flee when the brawl involved...
The CEO of the peak body for security companies in Australia agrees. Brian De Carey's says classifying security guards as frontline workers would give them the power by law to detain individuals.
If someone is obstructing or hindering them doing their duty, they have grounds to ask that person either to detain that person or to get them to leave. Otherwise, there are consequences for that person.
Currently, security guards have limited powers.
If you look at the role that private security plays at shopping centres is really to observe, report, to try and deter and detect and delay crime. So it is a different role. We're certainly not advocating the additional powers like police, because police are the police. Security is not the police.
Luke, when you do a report for a shopping centre, and you've done many of them, have these centres been acting on your recommendations?
Look, typically they do.
For 30 years, security consultant Luke Percy-Dove has worked with shopping centres. He says some security companies are reluctant to train their guards to intervene.
If they overstep, use too much force, in-proportionate to whatever was occurring, and somebody gets injured, you know, that brings risk to the shopping centre operator, creates risk for the provider of the security officers, so it gets messy.
Security guards at Westfield shopping centres now have body-worn cameras. This comes a year after the stabbing attack at the Westfield Bondi Junction complex, where 6 people were killed and a further 12 injured.
We are seeing a greater use of that technology, partly as a protection and partly as a deterrent, because if people know they're being recorded, they behave in slightly different ways.
So what else are shopping centres doing to keep customers safe? Disclosing security operations is a sensitive matter. 7:30 requested interviews regarding security measures with Scentre Group, which owns Westfield, plus Vicinity Centres, which owns Northland and Chadstone here in Melbourne. Both declined.
You know how you told me?
As for Sarab, he's now too frightened to go back to the shopping centre.
I barely can muster any courage of going out of my own home.
Sarab is also concerned about his visa. It's due to expire this month.
All my surgeries are done here, all my surgeons, my follow-up appointments are organised here. I need that medical support. Who's going to be taking care of me? I just have a single mom.
I want to say that the community and government to help him.
After a frightening and life-altering ordeal, it could be up to 12 months before Sarab knows if he'll ever have full use of his hand again.
There was no one who could help me. No one came to help me for those 25 to 30 grueling moments. Got some help and I'm here alive, and that's just by God's mercy or grace.